Good morning. My name is Maria Langer and I'm a mostly solo Great Loop cruiser, at least for another 10 or so days. I am currently at St. Ignace, which is there's the marina here. It's a little town across right near the Mackinac Straits, right near Mackinac Island. And I got here 2 days ago hoping to rest up and cure up from my sinus infection. I don't know if it's working or not. In any case, I'm getting ready to go. Before I go, I need to do a few things. I need to disconnect the power, stow the power cord, and drop this forward hatch, which is kind of in my way. And also, if water splashes up, it's going to hit my bed, which is bad. So I'm going to do those things, and I'll get right back to you. And we'll leave the marina and we'll head out. And I'll tell you a little bit about what's going on. That's if my voice holds out. I'll be back. Okay, I am disconnected. Using a little thruster action to get me away from the dock. I've got another boat next to me. Again, my big concern is as I pull out, if I turn too hard to port, my tail end will come and hit that dock. And I don't want that to happen. Let's see what we got going on now. Oh, slow down. Looks like I'm just going to clear it. I'm of the go slow club, and sometimes that does not, sometimes that's not a good thing. If you're in a very windy or a lot of current conditions, going slow is not always the best idea. However, I have not yet perfected the go fast technique, so that's something that I need to work on. I'm not pushing it though. Okay, as we exit this marina, and we are headed to Beaver Island today. And there's a little story for that. Of course, there's always a story. With me, there's always a story. Let me just get out of here, and then I'll tell you a couple things I noted down on my book. I'm going to turn on Nebo, which I forgot to do. Let's see if it'll decide to work today. Nebo has not been working as well as it should. So it's a great marina, very protected. This seawall is awesome. I would hate to be here when waves were hitting that hard. They certainly were not during my visit. The winds were very, very calm. The water is very smooth this morning. And I'm just hoping it's like that all the way to Beaver Island. And I can tell already that I'm going to lose my voice today. If you haven't seen any of the previous videos, I am getting over a sinus infection that affected my throat and my right ear, the right side of my throat and my right ear. Went to a doctor, got a prescription for antibiotics, have been taking them, but I think I forgot to take yesterday afternoon's dose, which is really dumb, and I'm feeling it this morning. Okay, great little lighthouse here. I'd like to get a picture of it. Let's see. Something artistic. I don't know. So ahead of me is zigzagging because I'm just hand steering, and I'm terrible. Oh, that's a much better shot. Let's see if I get you some video too. Ahead of me is Mackinac Island, and I had intended to go there yesterday. In fact, I mentioned it in my last video, if I didn't edit that part out. And I decided not to because they do not allow e-bikes on the island. There are some exceptions. I don't meet those exceptions, so my e-bike could not come with me. Now, I've been to Mackinac Island, and I know what when you get off Mackinac Island, the little town there, and there's some stuff that you could bike to on a rental bike. I've done that. And I know this sounds like a been there, done that kind of an attitude, which is really a crappy attitude to have in life. With my cold not, really taking me down, and not being able to do what I wanted to do, which is circumnavigate the island on my bike, I decided it wasn't even worth going over there. It's an expensive endeavor. The ferry trip, I think round trip is $36 a person. Then to rent a bike, someone told me it's $100 for the day, which is absurd for a rental bike. I don't know how true that is. Somebody else told me, and this is really good information for folks who are coming this way, someone told me that if you get there early enough in the day and there's empty dock space at their day dock, you can dock there for the day with a boat like mine or any boat that fits, and only pay $20 for the day. And of course you have to be out by a certain time. But to me, that seems like a really good option if you want to go check out the island for a day and not have to spend a lot of money or take a ferry or do all that other stuff. I still can't use my e-bike, and at this point I have kind of let that window slide, so it's not really available to me right now, because I need to keep moving on. I need to be in Chicago midday on the 12th, and if I told you why, I would be embarrassed. So in the meantime, I am heading to Beaver Island, and that brings up my next sad story. And that sad story is I did not make reservations on time, and there are no slips available at Beaver Island. So I will be anchoring there, which is not, I anchored out so much on this trip that it really is not a big deal. But I was, again, with the cold and everything, I just want everything to be easy. My voice just cracked again. I just want everything to be easy, so I really wanted to slip, but I'll anchor. That's okay. The water is calm. It should be an easy trip. I also did not get my anchorage, my slip for tomorrow night, which was going to be, and I think it's pronounced Charleville. I don't know how to speak French, but it's on the Michigan coast of Lake Michigan. I'm not sure what I'm going to do about that. There are other marinas in the area that aren't quite as close to town. I might go to one of those. I don't really know yet. I can also anchor there, but then I can't get my bike ashore if I wanted to go explore. Anyway, that's the main thing I was wanted to talk about. Let's see, some other things that I have on my list. First of all, I'm sweating like a pig because of the humidity here. I am a desert dweller. I lived in Arizona for 15 years. I overwintered in Arizona for the next 10 years. I live in the dry part of Washington State. It's desert where I live. The climate is very similar to Flagstaff, Arizona. That's my voice again. And humidity is an absolute killer for me. So right now it's probably in the low 70s. I am just sweating my brains out from the humidity. There's a little bit of a swell on the water here, so we're doing this up and down thing. Lots of fun. Just trying to stay where we're going. When I make this turn, we should see the Mackinac Bridge. So my boat does not have air conditioning, and a lot of people think that that's a huge hardship. And the reality is it's a huge hardship when the humidity is really high, but the humidity is not really high often enough to go out of my way to either install air conditioning or buy a different boat that has air conditioning. I am not a fan of air conditioning. I do use it at home. I obviously use it in Arizona, but I prefer fresh air over air conditioning. But when the humidity is like this, it's rough. The good thing about the humidity and sweating is if I put a fan on me or have the window open, it gets some air on me, I'm much cooler. So that's something to consider. If you are going to do the Great Loop in a boat, and you think you're going to spend a lot of time in the summer in places that are humid, which is pretty much everywhere on the loop, you would probably, if you really need air conditioning, you might want to consider that. What else do I want to talk about? Oh yeah, the list. Okay, the last thing I want to talk about is spiders. So what has happened to me in the past 2 weeks is that spiders have gotten on my boat. And I think they get on at the marinas because there's lots of spiders at lots of marinas. And then what happens is that they create webs in various places. The places on the outside of a boat where a spider can make a web are countless. So they make webs and they live in the webs, and then all night long they catch flies and mosquitoes and whatnot, and they eat them and they drop their little dead bodies all over the deck. So not only do you have spider webs all over the outside of the boat, but you've got dead bugs all over the outside of your boat. And spiders, which are hiding during the day, but they come out again at night and do it all over again. And after a while, they manage to get inside the boat. Your job as a boat owner, which I now know is my job, but I didn't know it until recently, is to get rid of the spiders before they get into the boat. So the only way to do that, other than hosing off your boat, brushing off your boat, going over every surface with a rag, is you just have to stay on it, and you have to do it every day. Every single morning, you've got to destroy the webs that they created the night before, completely destroy them. If you can, flick those spiders into the water or crush them in your rag or whatever it is that you can do. Your job is to get rid of them and stay on it, because they can theoretically start making homes in vents and other places that you really don't want a lot of sticky spider webs. So spiders is the last thing. This is on the outside. I need to do the inside of the boat still with a vacuum to really get rid of what I've got. I see one on my front window right now and can't reach it, but later on probably I'll go after it with a rag. Let's see, I'm going to go around this bend, we're going to see the bridge, I'm going to take you under the bridge, and then I'm probably going to stop the video for a while, because in all honesty it's not be very interesting. The weather, very calm winds, not much at all here. It's hazy. I don't know if that's because of smoke from fires west of here, or it's just hazy. The sun is trying to break through some clouds. It's not a very pretty day, but I've been worse. So it's just, I don't know, not a perfect day. But it's okay, because when it's sunny and humid, then it really causes possibly health-related problems related to the heat. So to the right, to my starboard side, is the Upper Peninsula, leaving St. Ignace, coming up on the Mackinac Bridge. Let's see if I can make a shortcut through here. Yes, I can. There's straight out there's a green marker, channel marker, and it's marking some shallow water, but I can go between that and the mainland according to my charts. I don't have my charts showing right now. I should probably get that set up for you. Why don't we turn me off for a minute and let me do that, and we can fast forward the other video. If you're wondering how I get the helm video that I've been creating lately, it's actually kind of interesting. First of all, I have an iPad that I'm not doing anything else with right now. I'm making sure. I use that iPad to log into the boat's network. The boat has a network for all of its devices. Then I launch an app called Active Captain, which is by Garmin, and all my systems are Garmin. And then there's a bunch of options on there, and then I tap helm, and I tell it to connect, and tell it is connected because I already connected to the network. And then what it does is it looks for my chart plotters. And I don't know why it's taking so long to find them, because they're right here and we are connected, but hey. And you should be seeing, by the way, the bridge, and you'll also see a boat, a ship headed towards it. Let's see if I can get you info about that ship. Actually, we'll wait. Oh, I don't know why it's saying it's not device, not connected. Come on, guys, it's connected. stuff doesn't work. Okay, yes, I know you're connected. That's fine. Of course, now that I'm trying to show you how it works, it doesn't work. This is the story of my life. I'd also like to pick up some speed, but I don't like to do that when I'm talking because I'm not sure if you can hear me as it is. If the engine making more noise, it might be harder. I don't know if it's worth restarting. I think I'm just restart this thing. Start that. I'm going to close the back door. Oh, I left the back window open. Just make sure I got it. My boat has a back door and a back window, and I do not like to travel with the back window open under any circumstances. So I missed that this morning on my pre-flight. Okay, let's see if I get this working. Let's see if I get it started. There it goes. So the Mackinac Island Bridge, or the Mackinac Bridge. Maybe it's the Straits of Mackinac Bridge. I don't know the exact name. I'll put it in the video. Anyway, the bridge it's a really long suspension bridge, and it attaches the top of the mitten, so to speak, of Michigan to the Upper Peninsula, which is separated by the Straits of Mackinac. I've got Lake Huron on my port side, and when I get under the bridge, I'll have Lake Michigan on my starboard side. Let's see if this is going to work. It's connected to the network. It's connected to the network. Okay, fine. It's not now. It is. Okay. And then I need to go into active captain. Into the helm. Tell it to connect. Tell it to continue. Now it finds my chart plotters. Okay, good. So what I want to show you is I'll show you my port chart, which is what I usually show you. Okay, first of all, I'm going, let's zoom out. Oops, port chart. Zoom out, which I just did, and I'm going to make some turns to starboard. The shallow water is off to my port side. It isn't that shallow. I can actually drive through all of that. That's mostly for the ships. And I'm using heading hold right now so I can drive a straight line. Oops, the tools go the wrong way. Operator error. This cold is just it's not making me normal. Okay. So you should be seeing what I'm seeing. And you can see the fixed bridge Mackinac. I don't know why, and I'm sure somebody in the comments will tell me why. Sometimes it's Mackinac, sometimes it's Mackinac. I don't know. I think Mackinac might be the traditional word, or maybe it's the other way around. I don't know. I'm just rambling now. Make me shut up. I don't know. I'm going to go a little bit more to the right. And I'm going to zoom out a little bit more. Okay. The ship that you're seeing, which is going under the bridge right now, and I can see it on my AIS. You see the green triangle. If I tap that, I can see that the name of the boat is Calumet. If I click review, AIS vessel, I can see that it is, let's see, a cargo ship, which I can tell by looking at it. But if I couldn't see it, then I would know what it was. It is, it's 2 miles from me, so the bridge is 2 miles from me, and it's moving at 11.6 knots. And at this speed, I will It says time to nearest approach is 2 minutes. I don't think I'm actually going to catch up with it because I'm not going that fast, but we'll see. Oh, the nearest approach is 2 miles, so I am at the nearest I'm going to get. There we go. Back. Stop panning. Okay. I'm going to speed up now. Got the back door closed. And I'll take you under the bridge, and then I'll probably be quiet for a while, and then I'll maybe come back. So enjoy, and if I don't come back, thanks for watching. Take care. Bye. Okay, I'm back. I skirted the danger area. I still have no idea what that's about. I went right next to it and I didn't see any danger, and the depth was there. I don't know what was going on with that. I don't like that when a chart marks something as danger and doesn't explain anywhere why it's dangerous. Anyway, I am going to do a bit of cruising now. Let me just zoom out so you can see where I'm going. See where I am. You can see all the other AIS targets in my area, but none of them are very close. I'm actually going, let me finish drawing here. I'm actually going over here to this area right here. That's this is Beaver Island. I'm going into the marina there. I can't go direct because there's some stuff I got to go around. So what I've decided is that I'm going to go to, in this channel right here, so I can zoom in, go right to this channel, go around these markers. So I'm going to pick a spot to go to. It's going to steer the boat radically and get it started. Okay. It's going to do what I call a crazy Ivan, is when the boat says, oh my God, I got to get on course. And then it makes this radical turn to get on course. And sometimes it like turns you way past where it's got to go, and then it's got to go back. The best way if you're going to do a go-to like that, or get on a route or a track, is to get kind of close to the right direction to begin with. There's some interesting waves set up right here. There's no shallow water or anything. It's just probably from another boat going by. But I'm going to keep an eye on it in case there's something in the water there. It doesn't look like there is. Just some weird waves set up. So in any case, I am going to let you go because, heck, look out in front of me. Does this look exciting? Other than this one spot right in front of me with this weird wave, which I really don't like. There's nothing in it though. I don't see a log or anything. It's just a weird wave. I'm still gonna go around it because I don't know what the hell. In case there's something in there. It's just a weird wave. Yeah. I could tell a story about that. I'll tell it real quick. Try to tell it really quick. And it's like a weird wave here and it's a weird wave there. That one almost looks like there's something in it. This one doesn't. Looks like, I don't know what that looks like. So there's nothing in it. It's just a weird wave. So a long time ago, I was out on Lake George with some friends, and Lake George is just this lake in the Adirondacks, and we were in a glorified motorboat. God, it's just so weird. We were in a glorified motorboat, and we were probably overloaded, whatever. And we came upon a weird wave like that, and the person at the helm, who was no longer with us, he decided. Let me just get this back to where it was. Okay, it's going to turn again. Weird thing. He decided to go right through, so we went through, and the boat went down. It was a bigger wave than that. It went down, and then it came up, and then it went down again, and the water came in. And we went up, and it went down again, the water came in, and basically half the boat filled with water. We were sinking, and we only had like one bucket or two bail, whatever. So we wound up going ashore, dragging the boat to shore, taking the motor off, turning the boat upside down. It was like a real ordeal, and funny, not funny then, but it was very funny when it happened, after it happened. But anyway, every time I see a rogue wave, a wave out in the middle of nowhere for no reason, even if it's a teeny tiny one like that, I gotta like wonder what's going on there. I'm not worried about this boat filling with water, but that's just a related story. I don't know. Maybe I'll edit it out. Let me know in the comments if I should have edited that out. I don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna leave you now. Lots of boring in front of me. Maybe I'll come back when we get into Beaver Island's little bay there. But in case I forget, again, take care. Thanks for watching. Bye. Okay, I'm back, but just for a minute. What I wanted to do was share with you the appearance of the lake right now, and the fact that the lake and the sky are pretty much the same color and smoothness, and there's very, very, very hard to see the horizon. My background is in flying. I was a helicopter pilot for 25 years, and this is the kind of conditions that are incredibly dangerous for the pilots of small aircraft, because you can't tell where the horizon is, and if you're not paying attention, you can go into a dive and wind up in the water. I never liked flying over large bodies of water with the helicopter. The helicopter didn't have floats. I used to wear a inflatable life jacket in case when I was over water. But in any case, just looking out my window and seeing that I can't see the horizon it's really hard to tell, is reminded me of how much I hated um, flying over water and flying in these kinds of conditions. So keep that in mind. Of course, on a boat, it's not a big deal because I am on the water and I'm not, can't go down. I'm in the water, so it's all good, and I'm not going to go up, obviously. So other good news is while I was away doing just traveling, I changed my route a little bit to shorten it up a tiny bit. I'm catching up with another boat. This one here is called Second Chance, and I think I met those folks somewhere. What do you call them? And I also worked the phone and worked the web, and there must have been a cancellation at one of my destinations because I was able to get in with a reservation for tomorrow night. And then I also called Beaver Island, which was full. And at first she says, "Oh, we don't have anything." And then I think she kind of felt sorry for me. And she said, asked me about the boat dimensions. And she says, "Well, we've got a slip that's 11 feet wide. Do you think you can get into that?" And I know from a fact that I can get into an 11-foot wide spot because my boat's 10 feet wide and I've done it once before. It's not easy, especially if there's a boat right next to me, but it can be done. So she gave me a reservation. So I'm happy. I have reservations for tonight. I have reservations for tomorrow. Again, with this sinus infection, which is now affecting my voice, making me cough. I just want my life to be easy, so I prefer not to anchor out. I just want to get a slip and be able to take a nap and easily take my dogs out and easily get groceries and all that other stuff. So that's where I stand right now. By now you're probably tired of looking at this horizon, so I am going to once again step away and turn off the cameras so I don't make a really long video, and get back to you when I get to Beaver Island. I'll be back. I'm back. Briefly, I'm coming up on 2 lighthouses. One of them's really close, and I'm hoping to get a nice picture of it when I go by. That's going to take me to some kind of shallow water, not too bad. Looks like 10 feet. And I can also see off to my starboard side, and I can't get a picture of it because it's pretty far away, a really cool looking red and white lighthouse. Looks like it's just sitting out there in the middle of nowhere. And it's got a diagonal red and white stripe, which is really cool. What's neat about this is I'm coming up really close to one of the lighthouses, and I'll turn before the other one. But they're lined up right now for a good picture. So let me get that picture. Well, it took a picture, but it's probably not a good one. A little bit further out here, I had picked up speed for a while because I got bored, and then I slowed down again because my chart told me that there was an exposed wreck pretty close to my path. And the thing about GPS is it's not exactly accurate, like within a couple of inches. It's usually off by about 15 feet. So I wanted to make sure that if there was an exposed wreck, I would see it, but absolutely no sign of an exposed wreck. So charts are not 100% reliable. But it's better that they tell you about something that might exist that doesn't than something that does exist and they don't tell you about it. So that's my philosophy anyway. So let's keep going. Get back to you later. Okay, I'm back. We are coming up on Beaver Island. The reason I just paused like that is I'm pretty sure that the boat I'm seeing ahead of me going really slow was the boat that blew past me at 27 knots a little while ago. I gotta see. He was on AIS before, so that's why I'm a little puzzled. Oh, here we go. That sure does look like him, but I'm not seeing him on AIS. Okay, that doesn't matter. What matters is that we're coming in on Beaver Island. There's a bay at the north end of the island. That's where the two marinas are. It's actually one marina, but with two locations. I'm going to be at the north location. So I've got a go-to set up right now with my autopilot. You can see the little checkered flag on the image of the chart. Is it turned on? No, it's not, because I'm an idiot. Okay, hold on. Okay, now, what was I saying? Okay, we're coming up on Beaver Island, and you can see the little checkered flag on the chart, my chart plotter. And I'm going kind of slow, 2200 RPM, about 8 knots. The water is just so wonderfully calm. Gosh, I gotta be on Lake Michigan for another, I think it's 9 more days. And I just hope that it is close to being this calm every single day, because that would make me very, very happy. So I've got a sailboat off my port side. I think he's going slower. It looks like maybe a catamaran, maybe not. I should stay ahead of him. Looks like we are on a sort of collision course, so let's hope I stay ahead of him. And then I've got this other Ranger tug in front of me, a little bit of a distance away. And there's another big boat that just left the area. And you can see up ahead through the mast cam, the entrance to the port. I've got a red marker on my starboard side, and there's the green marker on my port side, going right between them. Got a little bit of a wave action up ahead of me. My main goal right now is to make sure I stay ahead of that sailboat. I don't want to accelerate, but if I have to, I will. And the way the waves are lined up ahead of us, it could be wake from that other boat that left. It's very interesting the way the waves are lining up. Oh, there's a very large boat coming out right now. Okay, so I'm going to take off. I'm in standby now, which means I'm manually steering. I'm going to steer a little bit to starboard. There's a very large boat coming out. On AIS. Oh, it's a big boat. Old Isle. It's probably a tour boat or a little cruise ship. So I'm going to stay out of his way. I see the red buoy up ahead of me. To my starboard side. I don't see the green one, but as long as I stay on to the left of the red marker, I'm fine. So a lot of times as I'm driving the boat and navigating, I come into marinas that I'm not familiar with. You know, on this trip, just about every marina I visit is brand new to me. Because I'm making a straight line route. The only time I had repeat marinas was when I did my boomerang sections, which is like when I went down to Key West or when I went down the St. Johns River and then came back. Otherwise, everything is brand new. So you want to familiarize yourself the best way you can. In this case, I know where the marina is on my chart. I looked at it in satellite view, so I have a better understanding of how it's laid out. I know there's some shallow water coming up to the dock. I don't know what kind of boat this is. It's short, but it's big. Oh, I know, it's probably a ferry. It's probably a passenger ferry. No cars. Let's see. It's called Emerald Isle. I'll look it up. Oh yeah, it's not as big as it looked from a distance, but it's pretty big. It's definitely a ferry. Ferry or a chore boat. And there's another boat coming out. Can't see me. Oh, am I waving? They can't see me. Inside. Well, that sure looks like a Ranger tug coming out too. Too weird. Huge wake coming through these boats. So I'm going to make sure that sailboat's not right there, and I'm going to steer right into that. Well, I get to use my windshield wipers. Dead bugs off. Alright, there we go. They don't care. Ferry boats, they don't care how much wake they throw up. This is another reason why you should always have everything, cleared off the countertops and the table and whatnot. Because you never know when you're going to hit one of those. And this is another Ranger tug. Isn't that funny? Huh. Well, I know there's a dealer in Michigan, so he's got his bicycle on the roof. Looks like the same model as mine. Should have grabbed the picture. Sorry, bud. That one looks brand new. Okay, so we are coming into the harbor now. Sailboat's way behind me. So some friends of mine are in here at this marina, but I'm pretty sure they're at the south location. And I know they're not staying, they're moving on today. I'm surprised they're still here. I'm going to zoom in because there's some shallow water in here. This is called Beaver Island. So that's the one location, and that's the other one. My friends might be there, so they look there. I'm slowing down. Taking it down to 1500 RPM. That's giving me, let's let it settle here. Looks like about 6.5 knots. sailboat is anchored. I don't know about that boat there. Slow it down some more. So it should get pretty shallow in here. My alarm might actually go off. Beaver Island Marina's motor vessel, do it now. See the bottom. The water's so clean here. So it's just amazing how clean this lake is. At least up in this area, the north end.
Beaver Island Marina, this is Shenanigan.
This is... Nobody. They're not answering this. Okay.
Hailing vessel, this is Beaver Island Marina. Please switch national channel 0909.
Beaver Island Marina, this is the motor vessel, do it now on 09.
Do it now, this is Beaver Island Marina, go ahead.
I called earlier this morning, was assigned slipped 14 in the north marina.
That's affirmative.
Okay, I'm in the harbor here and on my way in. If you can have someone maybe wave at me so I know where to go. It's going to be a tight fit, I'm 10 feet wide.
Good, that copy. We'll have someone out there for you.
Thank you.
Beaver Island, this is Shenanigans. We're coming in on slip 17, excuse me. That's affirmative. We can have somebody out there to help you come in. Do you copy? Copy.
I think that's the people in front of me.
Beaver Island Municipal Marina, vector 16, monitoring 09.
Shenanigans, this is do it now. I think Shenanigans is the boat in front of me, in which case he would get in before me and I would wait till he's in, but maybe he's not going there, who knows. Could also be somebody behind me. So going back to being brand new to me marina, so this is the marina in front of me. At least I hope it is. And should be. And I don't know what the slip numbers are. Now they said somebody would be out here to help me, but I don't see anybody. The kind of slips I don't like with the post on the outside. They're designed for much longer boats than mine. Oh, here comes somebody. Okay, I am in idle. Okay, that guy is looking. I see a number now, 56. Okay, I have a feeling I have to be around the corner with the little boats. Shallow water alert says 4.4, but again, I have a little wiggle room and I only need 2.5. Not worried. 9. Oh, there's 13. Look at that. Oh, that's 13, but I need 14. Okay, hold on. Looks like I'm going to be right. Oh, there we go. Okay, so he's going to help them. Okay. Fender down on this side. Line ready. Alright. Holy cow. You're not kidding. Okay, so he's going over there. I'm going to kind of just fit around over here. Oh, here's the other person. Maybe. No. That is a really narrow slip. Okay. And it looks like it'll be a bit of a climb. That on. Thruster remote on my neck. Thrusters are on. This guy is not using his thrusters properly. Okay, so he's moving into his spot with a little difficulty. And I'm going to start moving into mine. There's a current here. So keeping in mind that I only have a foot of wiggle room here. The main trick is to not let it get away from you. Oh, bug in my ear. This looks pretty good. Shh, no bark. No bark. Hello. Okay. Okay, here's that. It's pretty good. Sorry? That's not such a skinny spot.
I think I kind of moved it last week with the boat.
Good?
Not like the rest.
Shh. Stop
Do a
it.
little bump, Cap.
Stay forward.
Yeah, do a little bump forward. We got the brakes right here.
Okay.
What's that right there? That gonna kill you?
That's good.
All right.
As long as I can get out. Well, this is going to be a climbing place. Where are you girls? All right, give me a sec. All right. That was a lot easier than I expected it to be. And we have arrived. And I'm going to shut everything down. I hope you found some or all of this video interesting. I try to keep it interesting for you. Any questions, comments, whatever, put them in the comments for the video. And sorry about my sore throat, and hopefully I'll be sounding better for my next video. Thanks for watching. Take care. Bye.